Hey, what's poppin'? Szyl here, and today we're taking a look at the CSGO Lake Collection. So first things first, we have the XM1014 Blue Spruce, which is just a light green kind of recoloring of the XM. Now it is a bit scratched for being fact new, but otherwise it just looks kind of solid. It's a somewhat solid recoloring. I wouldn't mind picking one up. So for me, that is a C tier. Yeah, it's just a decent skin. Next up, we have the Galil AR Sage Spray, which kind of confusing. Not sure what design they're going for here, but it's a bunch of white lines combined with a bunch of kind of lighter brown ones. So the skin is very bright. So if you want people to know that you have a skin for a weapon, this is good for that. If you want the design to be kind of good though and look nice, this is not the skin for that. So for that, it's a D tier. It's a little bit better than stock. Definitely noticeably different. That's about all I can say about it. Then we have the Og Storm, which has a different back, I guess. It's a different color. It's a very primitive skin, very scratched up, despite being fact new because it's a bit old. And the color scheme doesn't look particularly nice, so for that, it's going to be the bottom of D tier for this skin, in my opinion. And then we're off to the P250 Boreal Forest, which got to swap back over to, but it's a camo skin. Crazy stuff, guys. I don't like camo skins still, nothing's changed. But I do think it looks nicer than all the other D tier skins so far, so I'll give it that. Still a D tier skin. Then we have the G3SG Jungle Dash, which has a stock mag that's very noticeably different from the rest of the skin, which is a brown and greenish background covered with random blue paint strokes that look absolutely horrible. Just stick to stock. This thing is a shit design. I don't know. I don't even think they know what the design of this thing is. It's not good. Then we have the SG553 Waves Perforated, which noticeably covers the entire gun in a light blue-ish set of stripes. So it's like a really light, almost white level of light blue. And then a normal light blue set of stripes across the whole weapon with a bunch of darker blue dots. Now those dots make this thing look a lot worse, but the base skin isn't horrible and the color scheme's somewhat alright. So I'll actually make it the top of D tier. It's still a little bit better than stock, but not very good. Yeah. Then we have the Famas Cyano splatter, which I guess this is like a paint splatter. That's what it looks like. Someone just went to town with a paintball gun with a bunch of different colored paintballs, and this is the result. Doesn't look particularly nice, doesn't look particularly bad, has a decent color scheme. Looks a bit better than your standard camo, so I'll give it that, but it doesn't look as nice as the Waves Perforated kind of controlled design. So I'll put it second in D tier. Then we have the XM1014 Blue Steel, which almost looks like a rusty XM. Is what I would say if it was actually covering the whole XM. For some reason, this skin is only half a skin. It doesn't cover the whole weapon. It's kind of cringe. And I can't really put this very high. I'd say this is still a D tier, and for being half a skin, I'm gonna actually put it below the camo skin. Yeah, I don't like unfinished skins. Then we have the Deagle Mudder, which is it's a sandy camo on a Desert Eagle. Can't really go wrong with this because most Eagle skins aren't very good anyway, at least right now. So I'll put this in a C tier purely because it's not like a bad option. It's noticeably different from stock, and that's about it. Yeah, it doesn't look too bad. It's kind of bright, sandy color. Yeah. Then we have the PP Bison Night Ops, which is a blue camo skin. I don't like camo skins, like I've said already. But and I think it looks worse than the stock camo colors. This is a really bad color for camo. So yeah, it's a lower D tier skin. And we have the Op Safari Mesh, very well known for being a very basic op skin. It has the basic Safari Mesh background of different tan colored lines going across it, or different tan colored stripes, I guess, with a chain link fence in front of it. It also has a tiny bit of the front part here actually colored, but the rest of it, like the most of the barrel and the scope, is still uncolored. But you can't really go wrong with the Safari Mesh. It's not really particularly bad. So I'll put it at the bottom of C tier. Really can't go wrong with it. It still looks somewhat okay. Then we have the USPS Night Ops. Um, yeah, It's another blue camo skin. They didn't learn from the first time. Nothing's actually changed, believe it or not, since I put the PP Bison there. It's on the USPS, which I guess makes it look a little bit nicer, but that's about all I can say. It still looks like shit. It's still a camo skin. And we have the SG553 Anodized Navy, which adds kind of a metal blue to the middle of the weapon and the front, but the rest of it remains stock and does not go very well with that blue coloring, so I have to say, don't get this thing. Just don't. I can't recommend getting it. It's still better than that G3, but that's all it's better than. I don't think this is better than most skins in CS. It's pretty bad. Then we have the P90 Teardown, which is actually interesting. It has almost like rave coloring. Kind of looks like a rave party a bit. It is a bit scratched in the front because it's an older skin, and this is fact new, so it's gonna be stupid scratched like that. But it has like rave party coloring if like you're a bit drunk and like a bar or something. There's some rave lights going on. It looks something like this, and it's actually kind of cool almost. So I gotta put it probably top of D tier, low C tier. I'm gonna put it in D tier. I can't say it like looks particularly usable, and I kind of wouldn't. If someone offered this to me, I wouldn't really buy it at like a small discount. And that's kind of what C tier is, right? I think those skins are somewhat okay, and like if I stumbled across them, I wouldn't mind picking them up. I think in this case, I mean, this is definitely better than stock, but it's not particularly nice, so it's a D tier. And then the final weapon skin of this collection is the Cobalt Quartz dualies, which still have a stock dually outline for some reason, but the main part of the weapon is kind of a shiny, as the weapon suggests, cobalt colored quartz, which actually looks kind of cool. That's about all I can say about these. Not particularly nice, not really particularly bad, but they are an unfinished skin, so I can't realistically put them in C tier. I'd say it's still the best thing in C in D tier though. And yeah, this collection just sucks. I'm gonna be real. The three weapons that are mediocre are low C tiers, like they barely made it into C tier. Almost everything in this collection is either D tier or in the completely unusable F tier for a reason. I don't recommend picking up anything in this collection other than maybe the op if you really are trying to save money. But yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed this as much as I did, and I will be seeing you in the next one.